Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Melissa and I'm so happy that you're here today. But I'm coming to you today with a makeup with a message. My full base is done on my face and all of the products that I use will be linked in the description box below. I come to you twice a week with makeup with a message videos, which is basically just playing with makeup and talking to you guys about what is currently on my heart or on my mind. So if you're interested to hear today's message and see what I can do with the Dose of Colors Minnie Mouse palette, definitely keep on watching. As always, the shades that I use today are going to be linked down below. I will tell you up front, I'm trying to go for kind of like a smoky bronzy look. I've never been able to master that, so it's probably mainly what I'm going to be doing for the next couple videos, but you don't want to miss a thing. So definitely subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you never miss a message. And if you liked this message, feel free to share it with your friends and family and give it a big thumbs up. So a little background on today's message. Sunday evening, I had been taking medicine for my acne and it was causing me headaches, and it actually caused a full flare-up of my brain disease. So Sunday night, I was in a lot of pain and I was in full flare-up mode. I was very distraught, I was very upset, and it really felt like 5 steps back from the progress that I've made. I felt myself very quickly going into a depression spiral, and I felt very, very quickly that I was going back into my why me, woe is me mentality, and I wanted to snap out of that. So today's message is all about the choices that you have in those moments. The choices are really difficult to see at first. Now, I've been working on my personal development and I've been working on myself for a really long time, well over a year. I have it ebbs and flows. I have like straight 6 months where I am just in love with everything going on. And then I have another, 2 or 3 months where I'm like, oh dear, what's going on here? So it was very easy for me to fall right back into that feeling on Sunday when I had that flare up. But what was important was the fact that for the first time in my life, I saw 2 choices. I could take this setback for what it was, and I could let it put me in that spiral. I could truly let it bring me down and put me back in that woe is me, why me mentality, right? Or I envisioned an arrow Sunday night, because when you pull in, you have to pull an arrow back before you can propel it forward. And for the first time, that choice that I'm talking about, I could let this go 5 steps back, have to redo all of the progress that I've made, and really get almost nowhere for a really long time with my mental health or anything like that. Or I could be the arrow. I could take this as a 1 step back that's going to propel me forward. It's that nice, normal reality that, hey, you're not perfect. You're gonna have bad moments. Things are gonna happen in your life that are going to knock you down, and that is okay. So it's that normalcy of it, right? And I'm reading a book. It's called You Are a Badass, and it's definitely a self-helpy book. However, it very much talked about, in the recent chapter that I read, about this blind understanding in your brain, this subconscious understanding of all of the lies or all of the things you learned growing up that aren't true. And for me, choosing that to be the arrow and choosing to let this one little setback propel me forward into really, really pushing myself and really, really just continuing to truck along and just keeping this reminder in the back of my head that, hey, listen, sometimes you're gonna have to stop, and sometimes, your body's not gonna always behave, but you can't give up. You have to keep moving forward. And that's why I really just envision that arrow, because for me, it's so easy, and I don't know if you are the same way, so definitely drop me a comment if you are. It is so easy for me to get in that moment, in that time, and I'm not perfect, but it's easy for me to get into that time and just sit there and be in that step backwards instead of using that as momentum to move me forward. Going back to comfort zones, it's so easy to live there. I once listened to someone, her name's Marie Triplet. I watch her on Facebook. She does a Monday mantra. She goes live every Monday morning to kind of speak what's on her heart and on her mind, because what I'm doing is not original. And she talked about being addicted to being broken. And that really took me back, and it really forced me to have a conversation with my therapist about it, because it's so easy to be addicted to the drama and addicted to those moments, because let's face it, when your life's going good, sometimes it's boring. But you have to be able to be okay with the boring, because that's only going to continue to propel you forward. I consider the boring moments of life also to be that arrow coming backwards to go forward. So it's really difficult to kind of understand the difference between the two, and to see that choice that you really do have. But I promise you it's there. You just have to train your brain to see it. I look like a raccoon. We're gonna blend it out. My trick with blending out dark colors is to get a translucent setting powder on a blender, and that's what you use, because then it's gonna soften it all at the same time. But it's really hard to see the choice at first. You kind of have to train yourself, and it's not gonna happen overnight. I'm telling you, I've been working on this for so long. I've been so open with you guys about not being able to be my imperfect self around my family, all of that good stuff, and even my husband, it's being so difficult to open up. And while it's easier for me to open up, it's still so difficult for me to see and understand the plans that are in place right now. Because if I keep moving forward, and if I let these little setbacks, whether it be my health, my momentum, my motivation, if I choose that setback to propel me forward, and I recognize it and I acknowledge it and I sit there and I give it the attention that it deserves, that momentum and that forward movement is only going to get sweeter. All right, so I just popped on my Morphe Felt Tip liner, my L'Oreal Bambi Eye mascara, and my Chelsea Smith Cosmetics lashes in the Spring Natural box. Unfortunately, you can't get this anymore, but I just love her lashes. I do have new ones over here though. Maybe we'll open them for the next one. But I'm going to go ahead and keep moving along with my lips here. This is obviously my favorite, trusty Colourpop BFF liner. I love this liner so much. Like, I just put a Colourpop order in the other day, and I forgot to order another one of these because I need to back up. Alrighty, so I think today I'm going to go in with Maybelline Daringly Nude, shade 655. I feel like this is just a lipstick that you can really... It just goes with everything. But I really hope that you liked today's message. Again, you have two choices when you have those moments in your life that set you backwards. You can let it continue to keep you in the backwards direction and go down that spiral if you're anything like me, or you can choose the path that has the arrow, because you always want to remember an arrow has to come backwards before it can propel itself forward. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe to my channel. We have a lot of fun, and we have some messy conversations that need to be had. But I'm so thankful for you today, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.